Hello dear friends, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how we can be able to install Miniconda on your machine. So when you install Miniconda on your machine, you'll be able to run a Jupyter notebook like this one, and you'll be able to learn Python code. You can see here perfectly running on your machine. So if you're interested in that kind of video, let's continue to learn together and learn. So this is what I have already installed, and I'm running this server using my terminal here. So let's start everything from the scratch. So I'll stop my server here, then we explain everything. So when we are running this Miniconda on our machine, we need to do three things. When we are using Anaconda, it comes with Jupyter notebooks. It comes with all library connected together. We have like Pandas. It comes with that. It comes with Matplotlib. It comes with skit-run. But here we have a problem. So if your machine maybe does not have a huge space, I think Anaconda comes with around 1 GB of, let me stop the notification. So we are saying Anaconda comes with around 1 GB. That is the space that it needs to have on your SSD card. So instead of doing that, we can download a small version of Anaconda. But now this small version of Anaconda, I forgot something here. I want us also to be able to go live on mobile. Yes, so we can also go live on mobile. So as I was saying, you come to this site, anaconda.com. It has two versions. One version is Anaconda. The one Anaconda has a lot of libraries bundled together. But now if your machine has not huge space, you need to download Miniconda. Miniconda now, it comes with a disadvantage. Now you will have to download each library one and one. So I'll show you how to do that. But now we want to go the first step on how to download Anaconda. One, you can be able to use the graphical interface. If you come here and follow this guideline, it will show you. So for MacBook, you have like to download a file, then you install. But for me, like I prefer using the terminal, and for using the terminal, I prefer using Homebrew. So if you are using a MacBook, you need to first of all download Homebrew, whereby you will have to come to homebrew.sh, homebrew.sh. So when you come to homebrew.sh, you will get a, what do you call it? you will get a terminal command which you will paste it in your terminal and download it. So let's clear here. So once you install Codeblue, Codeblue, you can use it to install many applications from, instead of like downloading a file and like clicking it. By using Homebrew, you'll be able to use the terminal. It goes to the internet, download the file, install it, and you just give it the permissions. So for now, let's do the same for Anaconda. So you will have to come to Homebrew, then you search for Miniconda. If we search for Miniconda, then we are given these instructions. So the good thing about Anaconda, about Homebrew, it comes also with instructions. If, for example, because Conda, you have to learn it outside, like you can learn it on download folder, you can learn it on document folder. But how can you be able to do that? For you to be able to do that, we have another thing we call, like, you must set up your environment such that if you go to download folder and type Conda, Conda is able to talk to the terminal, and the terminal is able like to go to the specific folder where Conda is installed and execute that command. So for that, you need to like connect your terminal and Conda. So it has this instruction where you'll be able to do that. So for now, let's just copy the install part and we run it on our terminal. So here I was running Conda, so let me deactivate it. If you're interested, we can even continue on how to do Conda deactivate, Conda activate, something like that. So we write our command and we let Homebrew run. Here I am sipping my coffee. So we are told here not upgrading Miniconda, we have the latest version installed. So then there is another thing I was telling you about when you want to learn Conda. If you come to your terminal and write Conda, then version. For you to be able to learn this on any folder on your computer, you need to go to this site and copy this command here. It will be able to interconnect your Conda runtime and your computer such that if you running on any folder, you don't have any problem. So if I do this on mine, you can see the Conda command is running for you. That is how you do it. So now I think we have been able to do few things. One is install Conda, install Miniconda. Two, we have been able to understand Anaconda and Miniconda and the difference. So now I want us to run a Jupyter notebook using Conda. So let me go back here. So this is an example I was doing for my assignment, school assignment, and you can see I had a data set here. Also, this is the file extension for Jupyter notebook. Now you can run this using VS Code and it will run, but I prefer using Miniconda. It gives you like what do we call it, dopamine when you run it on the terminal. So the first thing first, if you want to run it, you need to install the library I said. So you will use Conda install. So we need to use Pandas. We also need to use Matplotlib. Then I think Jupyter. So then you press enter. Sorry. The first thing first, we need to activate the environment. But before we activate the environment, we need to create it first. So you use Conda create. Then you use dot slash. Dot slash means you will create an environment inside this folder, inside this module 2. You will create an environment inside here. So you use dot env dot slash. If you understand like the file system using terminal, this is so much easier. So you write dot create env, but now here you write dot prefix such that it will just go to this folder direct. Okay, so you press that. So because I have already created my environment, it says it want to remove it, but for me, let me say no. For you it will just run. So let me do no. Then I need to activate that environment. So I write Conda activate whatever. Conda activate. Then I need to activate where my environment is. So I'll just copy this, the path. I'll copy the path where my environment is. I paste it here and then I press enter. But to activate, because it has spaces, let me put it in quotation marks. Quotation. So now you can see something here. You see we have an environment running and it becomes prefixed like before where we have our terminal. Like we know the environment is already activated here. So now if we like now we are working on the environment folder. So if we do Conda install Conda install Pandas. My package was already installed, so nothing was installed. So this is how we talked earlier. If you had Anaconda, you will not have to install this. It comes already pre-installed. But for me, I think I prefer this. It gives me some dopamine when I do this. So now we want to run our Jupyter notebook from the terminal. So how do we do that? So we use Conda and install the Jupyter. Install Jupyter. Then we install Matplotlib. Then we run it. So Jupyter is the one that runs the notebooks. So you can see I had already installed mine. So now to run that, we need to go to our environment and type Jupyter. Then we write notebook. Also, earlier I came up, let me show you before we got there. We had some problems. I misspelled Jupyter. Also, to have this, you need, also I had a problem with the notebook, so I used pimp install notebook and solved that error I had. So now, using this command, Jupyter notebook, you can see our server has started and it opened something on my what do you call it, on my browser. You can see the environment that we created, and it comes with the files that we had that I showed you. Let me show you again. These files, we can see them here, and we can even open the notebook I showed you at the start of this video, and we can be able even to run this. You select the cell, then you press shift enter, and it goes to the next line, and shift enter, it goes to the next line. And also maybe here you can be able even to create a new notebook by going to file, then new. You can be able to select the Python, the kernel you are running. Also, if you're interested, we can even be able to run R commands used on the notebook. I did this, and if you're interested, I can show you how to interconnect that. So you select your Python kernel, and you can be able to write Python code. So we can say like print hello world. We press shift enter, it lands. You can even be able to write Markdown code by so you can write Markdown command by doing, you escape the cell, then you press M, and then you click again, then you write your Markdown command. So this is Markdown When you press Shift Enter, you can see we have Markdown command. If you want to run code, you escape, then you press C. You can see this here will change. If we press M, it change. If we press C, if we escape, press escape to escape the cells, then you press M, it change. So that is how we can be able to use Jupyter Notebook using Conda and how to download it. I hope this was a very what do we call it, an exclusive guide on how to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye bye.